ship. Here we are. Okay. Can you see the light? Here we are. Hi. East side, west side, starboard, port, stern, bow. It doesn't matter what side of the ship you're on because you're on the best side, and we are at sail today, folks. We're at sail. I mean, we set sail. We're on sail. I don't know. And we have a lot of not ground to cover, but ocean to cover, if you know what I mean. And welcome everyone to this week's episode. We are at sea. Where are my mates, you ask? Well, they're all in bed now. They're in their quarters. And it's just me up. It's just me. It's very soothing, actually, being at sea. Once you get used to the rocking and things like that. So it's always fun. It's kind of like when I went to space. It's kind of like that, very soothing. You sleep great. I sleep great. So, all right, let's get into it, huh? Let's get into it. Okay, April 19th is today's. How was everyone's Earth Day? Everyone's Earth Day, I hope, was good. Couple of events. 1770, Captain James Cook, still holding the rank of lieutenant, sights the eastern coast of what is now Australia. Congratulations, Captain James Cook. That's James Cook. Old Cook boy. Jimmy Cook. Jimmy Cookie. That's what we call him. Jimmy Cookie. 1775, the American Revolutionary War. The war begins with an American victory in Concord during the Battle of Lexington and Concord. Okay. And then there was another one that I saw here. Another event. If I can find it. I guess not. 1987. The Simpsons first appears as a series of shorts on the Tracy Ullman Show, first starting with Good Night. Let's give it another. Yeah, right. All right. Yes. Okay. Birthdays. Suge Knight. Happy birthday, Suge Knight. Simon Cowell. Tim Curry. Ooh, Tim Curry. He deserves one. He was Rocky Horror in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Very good movie. Real quick, Ashley Judd's birthday. Happy birthday, Ashley. James Franco's birthday. Kate Hudson's birthday. Hayden Christensen's birthday. And I'm Hayden Christensen. Troy Polamalu's birthday. Ali Wong's birthday. Joe Mauer's birthday. Remember him? Candace Parker's birthday. Man, she's getting old. Joe Hart's birthday. English footballer. Maria Sharapova's. Simu Liu's birthday. Happy birthday, Shang-Chi. And that's it. No one else's birthdays. Real quick, a death. Lord Byron, English-Scottish poet and playwright, 1824. Rest in peace, Lord Byron. Okay. That was basically it. I just wanted to get through that because I know some people, a lot of haters out there think that I linger on the birthdays and the events and the whatnots. And you gotta give people their flowers. And okay. So the ocean is about 70% of our planet, our beautiful planet Earth. Many say that it is the heartbeat of our Earth. It controls our climate, controls our weather. It holds many species of different creatures, some of which we probably have not discovered yet. There are so many wonders in the oceans. Yes, I believe we haven't even mapped the entire thing yet. There's just so many unexplored areas, and it makes you wonder, what the fuck is down there, right? What the fuck is down there? For the longest time. Whoa. Okay. I have always thought, you guys have. I've always thought this, and I'm just going to go out and say it. Aliens live in our oceans, folks. That's right. Aliens, extraterrestrials, have come to Earth. They have... something just hit the boat. Just kidding. They've come to Earth, and they've built their bases, I guess, or they're just habitating in the ocean. And they know that us simple humans cannot explore down there deep enough and find them. And that's my theory. All these Tic Tacs coming out of the water, they come in and out of the water. Where the fuck do you think they're going, huh? Maybe Atlantis or some lost underwater kingdom has become so advanced than the rest of civilized society on Earth that they have built their own technology. And they are keeping away from us from a safe distance because they know how violent the land people are. So that is something that I think about many nights as I lay in bed during my existential crises. And I think aliens, yes, they live in the oceans. Let me know if you guys agree. Let me know if you agree. And I don't know what else. I'm going crazy over here. I got scurvy. I've had diarrhea 5 times today. And the water has a little bit of beer in it just to preserve it as we go. By the way, I have no idea where we're going. I'm just on a boat. And so yeah, that's one of the theories I have about extraterrestrials. Wanted to get into that little weird part today because I think the ocean it poses a lot of questions to us, but it will also give a lot of answers. How about that, folks? How about that? How's this light doing? I know there's no electricity on this boat. I only have a small generator for the recording equipment, and we're barely hanging on. So I hope this light will do this week. I have it back here too. Brought my plant. Look at him. And yeah, I hope this is well. I had a birthday. It was my birthday on Monday. On Monday was my birthday. But had a good party. Had some friends come over. We enjoyed ourselves, and I got a new grill from my girlfriend. She's the best. She gave me a new Weber Spirit. I think it's a 350, and it's amazing. I've been grilling on it every night. Grilled shrimp. I love the tri-tip. We grilled some ribeyes on it. Grilled some boigas. Grilled some dogs. We did a lot of things on it. I've grilled a lot of things on it. I'm only getting started, baby. The main thing with me is I'm gonna have to, because if I'm gonna use it a lot, then you got to keep it clean. You gotta keep it tidy. You don't have any grease fires or disgusting fat just lingering around. So definitely going to keep it as clean as I can. And thank you to my amazing girlfriend once again for that amazing present. We need it. We use our complex as grills. And they're nice grills, but they take a long time to heat up and preheat. And you gotta, you walk back and forth and with the food in your hand, and it's just so much more convenient now. And plus, this grill heats up in minutes. Just a few minutes. It gets up there. So, yeah. One thing I haven't grilled on it yet that I kind of really want to grill on is the New York strip. Also want to grill some venison on it. Some deer would be nice. And also salmon. I feel like any fish, it would be intimidating to grill, as because I don't want it flaking off and falling and just making a huge fucking mess inside the grill. And then you got to go in. There's the whole thing. And I just want to do that. I just want to grill some good salmon on it. Maybe some teriyaki salmon. And well, we're out in sea, so I might as well catch something while I'm out here. Bring it home. Catch some fish. Catch some squid, octopus. By the way, squid. Tell me, or octopus. Tell me those aren't aliens. Mainly the octopus. We know that octopuses are incredibly intelligent creatures, and yet we eat them anyway. And I gotta admit, I do eat them when I go out to sushi, and they're delicious. I will say that. I do feel bad though, because they're very intelligent creatures, and I think they're aliens. Right? I mean, just look at them. They just look like otherworldly beings. But then again, that is the ocean for you. So, and there are stories of the Kraken. Many sailors over, hundreds or maybe thousands of years have told stories about these giant creatures with tentacles, with, numerous tentacles coming out of the waters, bringing whole ships down, and they just look like giant octopus or giant squid. I think that is what a kraken is, especially back then. I feel like there were maybe more of them that got to that length that could really take down a fucking ship. Giant squid like that, because you see giant squid now, there are some, and I think that deeper down in the oceans there might be more, like there might be larger ones. I think over time they've kind of adapted to kind of just stay down low and feed off things that are down there instead of coming up and getting harpooned by humans and things like that. So yeah, I want to show this picture. Actually, it's on the screen. By the way, the boat has Wi-Fi, so let's bring it out right now. Bring it out. I just want to show this picture because I keep looking at it on the fire screen, and just take a look at this. I don't know if you guys see that. So that's what we're kind of dealing with here. Looks like a giant octopus. Looks like a giant squid. If you're just listening to the audio portion of this, I just showed a picture of a painting, an engraving by W.H. Lizars from 1839. And it was of a kraken, an unconfirmed cephalopod. So, yeah, that's what I have. That's what I believe. And what do we know that's underwater? What do we know that's underwater? What do we don't know that's underwater? I think Atlantis was a real city. I think not only Atlantis was a real city, I think there are we have confirmed documentation, whatever, accounts of cities that have gone underwater, that are just, with the weather, our ever-changing weather, going underwater and just disappearing from land. And Atlantis has always been this lost civilization, this hub of everything that is lost. You think of El Dorado, right? Atlantis. I'm trying to think of another place, but Atlantis is. I believe it was real. And there's illustrations of it. I'm looking at one from 1669, and they're claiming it was like this island between Africa and America. And Plato even describes it in his writings. The great philosopher Plato, he describes it in his writings. And let's just see. Plato introduced Atlantis in Timaeus, written in 360 BC. So this place has been long gone, I guess, since then. A mighty host, which, starting from a distant point in the Atlantic Ocean, was insolently advancing to attack the whole of Europe and Asia to boot. For the ocean there was that time navigable, for in front of the mouth, which you Greeks call, as you say, the Pillars of Heracles, there lay an island which was larger than Libya and Asia together, and it was possible for the travelers of the time to cross it of the other islands, and from the islands to the whole of the continent over against them, which encompasses that vertical ocean. Now in this island of Atlantis there existed a confederation of kings of great and marvelous power, which held sway over all the island and over many other islands and parts of the continent. So, they said he translated Egyptian records of Atlantis. The dialogues claim to quote Solon, who visited Egypt between 590 and 580 BC. They stated that he translated Egyptian records of Atlantis, and then Plato introduced Atlantis in Timaeus, written 80 years later or so, and then that's what he wrote. Is what I just read out loud. So come on, they were. They did tell stories. They did tell, fictional tales that had a message. But I think I think he's telling the truth here. What do you people think, huh? What do you people think? Think he's telling the truth? Just making sure we're still recording here. Is anyone listening to me? I'm going crazy out here, guys. Water time. This is just pure salt water. I'm just drinking salt water. I've become quite accustomed to it since I've been out here. It is so good. It's so refreshing how it shrivels up my insides. Salt water, folks. Try it. Oh. Okay. Let's see. You talked about Atlantis. I want to talk about this other feature of the world, and that is this flame is just burning my face off right now. But got to get through it, This is my only form of light. The Mariana Trench, known as the deepest place on Earth. It's an oceanic trench located in the western Pacific Ocean, about 200 kilometers, for you Americans, 124 freedom units, miles, east of the Mariana Islands. It is the deepest oceanic trench on Earth. It is crescent-shaped and measures about 2,550 kilometers, 1,580 miles, 1,580 miles, let me say that with enunciation, in length. More measurements, folks. And 69 kilometers, 43 miles in width. Okay. The maximum known depth is 10,984 plus or minus 25 meters. That's a lot. At the southern end of a small slot-shaped valley, would you call me? In its floor known as the Challenger Deep. If Mount Everest were how about this? If Mount Everest were placed into the trench at this point, its peak would still be underwater by more than 2 kilometers, 1.2 my oh my. At the bottom of the trench, the water column above exerts a pressure of a lot of stuff. Yeah, you crush your fucking skull in there. James Cameron went down there in a little thing. James Cameron's, his love with water is just, name me a someone who loves more than he loves water. He was the fourth person to go down there in March. James Cameron was in March 26, 2012. He reached the bottom of the Mariana Trench in the submersible vessel Deep Sea Challenger, diving to a depth of 10,908 meters. That's kind of crazy. You're a film director. You're a movie director, and you also have these hobbies like this. Pretty cool. He's had such a cool life. There's some pollution stuff. Possible nuclear waste disposal site. Of course. You gotta fuck everything up. Great. Wow. So, you wonder what is down there. They have found some flatfish, some shrimp, sea cucumbers, but they only explored a small portion of that area. Is a kraken down there? Is some other? Are the aliens down there? What is down there? How about this? During the 2014 expedition, several new species were filmed, including huge amphipods known as supergiants. Deep sea gigantism is the process where species grow larger than their shallow water relatives. The kraken. Other creatures down there. Deep sea gigantism. How about that? How about that? That's insane. Yeah. It's kind of scary, you think about space and you think about this infinite void of space and things like that, and then you just think about your own Earth, and I live on the coast, just right that way is okay. I'm getting kind of scared. Wait, I'm on a boat. I mean, when I'm at home, right that way, I live next to a frighteningly large amount of body of water, the Pacific Ocean, to be specific. And now that I'm on this boat, swaying back and forth in the middle of the night, storms are brewing, set sail west. There's a little bit of fear coming into my mind as we're talking about this. So let's go into movies. You guys hear that? You hear that, Jim? Okay. So I have a top 10 list for you fine people. I made a top 10 list of my favorite ocean movies that involve the ocean, okay? And yeah, let's just get right into it. Number 10, I have The Beach, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. I know. It was a movie he did after Titanic. I think it was maybe his artistic decision to do it. It bombed, at box office, but over time, I think it kind of gained a cult following of viewers, and Tilda Swinton's in it. She's amazing. I love it. I don't love it. Actually, I do love it. I kind of like it. That's why it's number 10. the beach. Number 9. I have Life of Pi. Okay, Life of Pi. Here, let me do these descriptions for you guys. Sorry about that. The internet on the boat was acting up. Life of Pi. Okay? Here we go. Life of Pi. After deciding to sell their zoo in India and move to Canada, Santosh and Jita Patel board a freighter with their sons and few remaining animals. Tragedy strikes when a terrible storm sinks the ship, leaving the Patel's teenage son, Pi, as the only human survivor. However, Pi is not alone. A fearsome Bengal tiger has also found refuge aboard the lifeboat. As days turns into weeks and weeks drag into months, Pi and the tiger must learn to trust each other if both are to survive. Fantastic movie, directed by Ang Lee. Irfan Khan, rest in peace. He was an amazing actor. Number 9, Life of Pi. Okay, number 8. We all know number 8 by a simple 2-note song. Da-dun. Da-dun. When a young woman is killed by a shark while skinny dipping near the New England tourist town of Amity Island, Police Chief Martin Brody, Roy Scheider, wants to close the beaches, but Mayor Larry Vaughn, Murray Hamilton, overrules him, fearing that the loss of tourist revenue will cripple the town. This grizzled ship captain and a shark expert, Richard Dreyfuss and Robert Shaw, they're both amazing in it. They help him capture. They help the police chief capture this killer beast, and it's an epic battle of man versus nature. I'm talking, of course, about Jaws, Steven Spielberg's first, big movie. It's a classic horror movie. When it first came out, people did not go in the ocean. People literally shat their pants. I know. Probably watching it now, you probably think like, oh, it's it looks very fake, but you have to realize back in 1975, that was as real as it got, and give a lot of credit to Steven Spielberg for that. So, number 8, Jaws. Number 7, I have The Abyss. From James Cameron, written and directed by James Cameron. Ed Harris and Mary Elizabeth Mastriotonio are formerly married petroleum engineers who still have some issues to work out. They're drafted to assist a gung-ho Navy SEAL with a top-secret recovery operation. A nuclear sub has been ambushed and sunk under mysterious circumstances in some of the deepest waters on Earth. Remember when I was talking about aliens in the ocean? Yeah, this is that. And I know James Cameron knows something, too. I know he does, but fantastic movie. If you haven't seen this movie, give it a watch. It's not really. Where can you watch it? I think you just gotta buy it or something. It's not really available anywhere. That sucks. Okay. Number 6. I have Moana. Make way, make way. An adventurous teenager sails out on a daring mission to save her people. During her journey, Moana meets the once mighty demigod Maui, who guides her in her quest to become a master wayfinder. Together, they sail across the open ocean on an action-packed voyage, encountering enormous monsters and impossible odds. Along the way, Moana fulfills the ancient quest of her ancestors and discovers the one thing she's always sought: her own identity. Fantastic movie, Disney film. I heard they're making a live-action one with The Rock returning as Maui in the live-action version. We'll see how that does. But Moana, fantastic movie. Number 5, I have Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Okay, I know many of you just know this movie, but I guess I'll just I've been doing it for the rest of them. Might as well do it for this one. The first one is good. Captain Jack Sparrow arrives at Port Royal in the Caribbean with a ship or crew. His timing is opportune, however, because later that evening the town is besieged by a pirate ship. This is more like the plot and not like the log line. But you know what it is. Okay, number four. We have another James Cameron movie. And you guys know what it is. It's Titanic. It's an epic, action-packed romance set against the ill-fated maiden voyage of the RMS Titanic, the pride and joy of the White Star Line, and at the time, the largest moving object ever built. That's pretty cool. Not the fate of it, but stars a young Leo, a young Kate Winslet. I love Kate Winslet. One of my favorite actresses. One of my favorite actors, period. Yeah. So it's really cool seeing pictures of, back then it was like Titanic. This thing's huge. It's the largest moving object ever built. This thing is huge. And then you look at it, and then they have a picture of it next to like today's like cruise liners, and we have like, dozens of them out there now, and it's it's insane how much larger cruise ships are, bigger than I think. Like cruise ships now are just like cities, moving cities, and nothing's really gonna sink those, right? Like that's insane. So apparently they were rebuilding the Titanic as well, like a Titanic 2 or something. That'd be cool to be on. I would go on that. And then they stopped it because of COVID or something like that. But if anyone out there has, who am I kidding? No one writes in. Number three, I have, that's right, my favorite actor, Tom Hanks, in the classic movie Castaway. He's a FedEx executive, Chuck Noland. He's en route to assignment in Malaysia when his plane crashes over the Pacific Ocean during a storm. He's the only survivor, and he must survive on this island. He survives on it for 4 years, loses a bunch of weight, gets on a nice diet, friends of volleyball, and eventually tries to get off the damn island and try to, get some help. Directed by Robert Zemeckis, and it's my third favorite. You know what? It's my second favorite. Yeah, it's my second favorite movie, ocean movie. Because I'll tell you what my third favorite one is. Keep in mind, these are my top 3 ocean movies, so that was number 2. I had to do it. Thinking about it now, it's just too good for me. I don't know, it's just my opinion. Number 3, Finding Nemo. The clown fishes over the cautious with his son, Nemo, who gets, kidnapped by some scuba divers, and him and Ellen DeGeneres, before she was mean, or maybe during she was mean. They got to go look for the kid, and very heartwarming, makes you cry. It's a Pixar movie, so you're gonna cry. And yeah, that's my number 3 movie. Number 1, my number 1 ocean movie of all time. I love it so much. That is Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World, starring Russell Crowe and Paul Bettany. In 1805, aboard the HMS Surprise, the brash captain Jack Aubrey and his trusted friend, the ship's scholarly surgeon Stephen Maturin, are ordered to hunt down and capture a powerful French vessel off the South American coast. Though Napoleon is winning the war and the men and their crew face an onslaught of obstacles, including their own internal battles, Lucky Jack is determined that nothing will stop the Surprise from completing its mission. This is a fantastic movie, one of the most underrated movies of all time. And it's my favorite ocean movie of all time, and I hope you all see it. It's available on HBO Max and Hulu and Amazon. But mainly HBO Max. If you have HBO Max, I think you watch it. Because the other one, Hulu, Amazon, the premium subscription, shit like that. So, yeah, that is my... Oh, yeah, Pippin's in it, too. That is my... Did I get an email in the ocean? Okay. Those are my top 10 favorite ocean movies. Let me know what you guys think out there. All right. I'm trying to find a
Ring, 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 banana phone.
Okay.
Ring, 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 banana phone.
I guess one more time. Ring, ring, ring. Oh.
Ring, 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 banana phone.
Okay, we got a call this week. We got a couple of questions. How's everyone doing out there? Did you guys make it to work? You guys make it to bed? You guys make it to the gym? You guys make it to the grave? All right, we got a couple ones from Kyle, from Tracy. Hey, Captain Dan, Captain Planet. Happy almost Earth Day. And happy belated birthday. Happy Earth Day, everyone out there. And thank you, Kyle. Yes. With Earth Day approaching and the mega blooms in California and the lovely blooms in my garden, I've been thinking a lot about flowers. What are your top 3 favorite types of flowers? Right now, my list would be Jerusalem sage, snapdragons, and California poppies. But it's always changing. Weed is cool too. Don't forget to go out and plant a tree or a plant. Earth, fire, wind, water, heart. Go planet. Kyle from Tracy. Sent for my environmentally friendly iPhone. Yes, happy Earth Day, everyone. Go out there, plant something, pick up some trash, do something that's good for the earth because this is our home. How about that? My 3 favorite types of flowers, Kyle. I gotta agree with you on the California poppies because it's our state flower. I like it when the nightcaps are on them and I get to pull off the nightcaps. California poppies, birds of paradise. I really like birds of paradise. One of my favorite flowers. They look like little birds. They're in tropical areas. Also all over California if you look. And then you had some good ones with the Jerusalem sage and the snapdragons. I'm trying to think like wildflowers I also really like, but there's a bunch of different wildflowers. So, you know what? I'm just gonna go an old-fashioned rose. I like a rose. It was kind of like my logo for a while for my production company. So, or whatever this is. So a rose, poppies, birds of paradise are my top 3 favorite flowers. Thanks, Kyle. Next one. Let me get some more water, salt water.
Ring, 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 banana phone.
Okay. Where was I? Aye, Oshdan. He spells it like ocean, but Oshdan. There are so many mysteries in the ocean with so little of it actually explored and undiscovered. With so many stories over time about sea monsters or other scary myths, I think we were just talking about this, what is one thing you definitely think is true? Is there a megalodon out there or a lost city you haven't found or something even wilder you believe? There are definitely some scary creatures on the Twilight Zone down there that we just have no clue about. Also, would you vacation to the Pacific trash vortex if they built up the infrastructure? Storms are brewing, set sail west. Kyle from Tracy, sent from the Mariana Trench. Stop. Thanks for writing in, Kyle, again. Yeah, I mean, we touched on this earlier, but I kind of want to get into it further, you know? Yeah, megalodons, I think could be some giant sharks out there still in the lower depths. Like I said before, deep sea gigantism. That's my new shit now, so... yeah, giant squids down there, giant octopus, giant whales down there, blue whales. In terms of cities, yes, I think there's a bunch of lost cities in the ocean that the ocean has taken over time. And you know, we talked about Atlantis earlier, so I think Atlantis was a real place. I really do. There's a lot of accounts of it. It's not just some, you know, we did that with Troy, right? For the longest time, the city of Troy was a fictional city in tales and, you know, stories and folklore, and then they discovered the fucking city, right? So like, I think that's kind of the deal with Atlantis. Yeah, like I said, I think aliens are down there. Aliens are living down there. It's, yeah, in the Twilight Zone, talk about Twilight Zone. Also, H.P. Lovecraft has, what are they called? Like Leviathans, 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 just weird cosmic creatures that could live in the ocean. There's a lot of, here, let me find the book, actually. It's behind us. I took my book onto the ship. Here we are. Look at the cover. H.P. Lovecraft, Tales of Horror. Is it a fucking Kraken or what? Love this book. A lot of amazing stories in here from H.P. Lovecraft. H.P. Lovecraft, the man, was, I heard he was a little, you know, bad, mean. But H.P. Lovecraft, the writer, was amazing. And there's a lot of stories in these short stories in this short story book that he talks about monsters at sea and monsters in the ocean, things like that. So if you guys have a chance to get H.P. Lovecraft Tales of Horror, that's my book of the month. So go out and get it if you want some good reading at night when you're scared. Yeah, check that out. Definitely some scary creatures down there. We just have no clue about. Yeah. Also, would I vacation to the Pacific trash vortex that they built up the infrastructure? I mean, I guess I would. Why don't they just use the infrastructure money to just take care of it? I know that there is this ocean garbage cleanup thing that these students or these graduate students created, and apparently it's it's doing a good job. It's making a small dent, but and that's how giant things start, making a little difference. So good on them for doing that. And I read comments of people not doing anything. They're not even helping. It's like, oh yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Huh? What the fuck are you doing sitting on your couch? So, good for these people doing that. And, they're only going to get better. Their inventions, their creations are only going to get more advanced, and they're going to be picking up more shit that we left. I would visit it, Kyle. I hear that just there's trash, that's great too, but also there's microplastics in the ocean that we got to figure out how to clean up, things like that. So yeah, storms are brewing, set sail west. We are thank you, Kyle, for writing in this week again. I can always count on you. How about this? I'll give... No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay. I'll get more writers in someday. Looking at mythical creatures that could be down there. The sirens. It's kind of like, mermaids back then. People are just like there's mermaids. They're beautiful women with tail fins. They swim. And like, oh no, those are probably just manatees, and you were drunk. Oh man. Well, that's all I had to talk about this week. That's all I had to talk about this week, and I'm gonna hit the hay here, hit the sack, hit my quarters. I'm gonna go to my quarters. The crew has been really gracious enough to let me stay up and do my buffoonery, so you've got to be respectful to them. We'll be up early tomorrow, setting sail and catching fish and doing whatever we do out here. So thank you to those who have been watching the channel. I'm trying to spruce it up, make it less boring. We are in video mode now. Got to think about that. Can't just be audio all the time. So I hope this did something. I want to make you guys entertained and informed and aroused. So So let me know. Let me know how it is. That's it. Bye.